start to finish, 40 solid minutes tonight.
It really was. And, Linder messes with the game and throws some stuff at you. And, over the years, we did that to some people, and it messes with them.
Yeah.
That's why when we did that with Creighton, not to that extreme where we played triangle and two, but we backed off their point guard and messed with them and ended up winning that game. So I was really proud of the way the guys approached it and didn't let it get in their heads, didn't overanalyze it.
Yeah.
You got to just play out of it, and we gave them some, some concepts to play out of it, but we didn't want to overthink it and where they're just frozen and you're trying to micromanage it. They just moved the ball good. We set some good screen. I thought RJ Keene did a nice job in that little stretch. He set a great screen for Max and got him a three. And the game was still in check, or it was still a contest at that time. So also the approach. I mean, when you beat a team 43 to 19 on the glass,
17 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that. And
when your bigs were in a little foul trouble early in the game too,
right? So I was protecting that just a bit, and but when rebounding is cumulative, when you're a good rebounding team, teams prepare for it, and they're going to block you out at the start of the game. And if you stop going, well, then it works. But you just keep going. Pretty soon the dam can break, and it seemed like it looked like that at the end of that game. And how about the efficiency, though? I think we went 1 for 9 at the end of the game.
Yeah,
but we were like 70%. Most of the game. And that's about as efficient you can get, especially on the road.
And I know in a 20-point game, this may not seem like a big thing, but you guys were only up 32-30. I mean, they had hit some shots. They were coming back. It was 32-30, and you ended the half on a 19-6 run to get some separation, up 15 at the half, and I thought that was big.
It is, because they go in, if it's a 2 or 5 point game at halftime, they're going to make a run at you, and they're home, and the crowd gets go, all those things. And, we took them out of the game by the amount of, we got the lead. I don't know what was the biggest lead.
28 with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah. So really proud of our approach and the way, this was a tough trip, as you know. I mean, everyone that from outside thinks, oh, well, they should beat those teams are the bottom teams.
Yeah.
But like I said before, we played it. They beat Nevada here, and they beat Colorado State here.
Yeah. I mean, the metrics had this as a single-digit game, like 8-point game or something. Yeah.
Right. And, when it's that close of a game at home, the home team's got a big advantage. And so we just made it so it wasn't. So that was good. And, we didn't come here to win one, but the next one's going to be just as hard or harder. And they're a team that, with Air Force, I mean, they went to UNLV, won by 32, and then they went into the pit today and won.
Yeah.
So they are a team. I mean, they are protecting our country for a reason. They have high character kids that they keep working. And if you don't show up and play a good game against them, they'll beat you. They've proven that. And Coach Joe Scott's a great coach. And now, they got moxie and mojo, and they know, they.
Oh, you win at the pit. You could win. You feel like you can win a home game against Boise State.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. So we're gonna have to play an A game to compete.
Tyson mentioned that you guys, were watching, even aware of that game at the end of the game. I don't know if you said anything but he said that helped at least him, and he thinks some of the guys focused for this game. Like, hey, you saw what happened. Like, anybody can beat anybody in this league, and that maybe helped coming out tonight.
It did. And, these guys are basketball junkies. They know the forest for the trees. As I always say, they're watching games, and, because I like them doing that. We're dialed into what we're doing today. We know what the task is, but the more familiar they get with these teams and what's going on in our league, it makes our prep a little easier.
Your bench again, and we knew going into the game you were going to rely on them, but I thought they really played well. You mentioned Keene. I know Jace is under the weather, hit a couple big shots, and Cam was battling, and all those guys. And I mean, to go that, I'm missing somebody too. Who else was the ninth guy? Keene, Whiting, Martin, and Meadow hit a big three there and did some things too. But 16 points again. I mean, there were games. You had games where your bench didn't score, and games where your bench barely played. I mean, these last couple of weeks, how has it flipped like this? Where now you have 9 guys you put in there, you feel really confident can help you.
Again, because I got high character guys, and they kept working. They weren't far off. I knew they weren't far off. I mean, and so it was just tightening things down. And plus, it's just figuring, I got to figure stuff out. I got to figure out what combinations are best together and what makes this player good and who I can put him. So there's a lot of moving parts to this, and you know, when you're a coach, you go with the known, and it takes a while for some of those younger guys to prove what the known is. You know, Max and Tyson and Buzo, I know what they are, who they're going to be, and you know, Omar settled into that. And when you think back earlier, I mean, we had a game, I believe, where we had 4 guys score.
The first at San Jose, you had 4 guys score.
4 guys score.
Yep.
And you know, I didn't want to say it out loud, but that's not sustainable. I mean, you know,
he scored 78 points or something.
No, but teams can game plan for that. And, and you know, Linder's thing was, okay, we're going to try to make a point guard score. We had 22 points from the point position tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's huge. And you know, this strategy maybe a month ago might have been effective. And so it's a credit to these guys for, you know, they're just getting better and they're evolving and they're spending time watching film. And I don't know if I've had a team that's made this kind of a, what I feel is a big jump in February.
Yeah, like in 10 days. I mean, you think about those 2 road games and then that bye you had. And 2 more quick ones, I'll get you out here. But you mentioned the offense. These last 3 games, and I know you're playing teams that statistically maybe aren't at the top of the standings, but you're still beating them by triple what you're supposed to. And the efficiency numbers, you were 1.4, I think, in the first half again, points per possession. I mean, what this offense is really clicking right now.
It is, because, again, like I said, our point guard, you know, when we watched that film of the last game against San Jose, Roddy played his smartest game. And that's huge, you know, because he's, you know, if they're not going to guard him, he's going to be open all day. He could shoot 20 shots. Well, that's not the answer. He did it the right way tonight. Now, he got a little sloppy on a couple of turnovers at the end, but I thought he helped us. And then Jace came in and did his thing, because Jace can really shoot. I was mad at him. He turned down one of those early. And, you know, I'll never get mad at him if he shoots threes. He's the guy that, you know, so different guys. There's always
2 of 3 again tonight.
Yeah, but there's always different rules and different guys, you know, have to play to their strengths, and we need different things from different guys. And so I think that's the big jump, is they're starting to figure out what they can really bring to help the team.
And final thing, I mean, you're 4 games to go. You're right there now, tied in first place, and you get a couple days here to get ready, as you said, for Air Force. Just your thoughts with 4 games to go. I think you'd have taken this spot right now if I'd have told you just a couple months ago.
Especially when you get to see these teams up close and personal, you're like, holy cow, there's a lot of great teams, and the national respect we're getting. I mean, how many ranked teams have there been and it cycled through a bunch of other teams?
Yeah,
except for us. I don't know. So it's
always been like that.
It has, but that's fine. I don't care. Our job's the same, and you know, we gotta be there in the end, and that's what matters. And we gotta fight to get better still, because we can, and we will. So, but just these guys are enjoying each other. They're enjoying being coached. We're having a good time with it, and there's a lot of teams that can't say that in February.
Well, enjoy this one tonight too, Coach.
No doubt.
Appreciate you.